Hey everyone, this is First Warning Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich with a quick update on the forecast tonight. If you missed the 11 o'clock news or you're trying to catch up on the Arctic blast heading our way, and this is a true Arctic blast. Certainly we were pretty cold last year at this time, but for this year this is going to be a real shock to the system as we go through the next 48 to 72 hours. The worst weather is going to arrive during the day tomorrow. So you're going to head out the door in the morning here for Wednesday morning. It's actually not going to be bad. It's going to be cold, but not as cold as it's going to be when you come home from work. So grab the heavy gear now, and I'll tell you why. We take a look first at the wind chill advisories. All of our mountain counties are shaded in pink. That is a wind chill advisory. It's in effect until noon on Thursday. Should kind of give you a timeline of how cold it's going to be. We've got some high clouds out there tonight, but the main storm system is up here. This is our Arctic front now moving through parts of the Ohio Valley and the middle of the country. That Arctic front, we'll say it's roughly right along that cloud line there, and it's moving to the southeast pretty quickly, and you'll wake up tomorrow morning, you're going to notice the wind starting to pick up. That Arctic blast rolls in during the day tomorrow, so we may start around 30 in the morning, but don't expect temperatures to move much during the day. If anything, they're probably going to fall, so that's why I think it's actually going to be colder on the commute home than it will be on the commute into work in the morning. So the Arctic blast arrives tomorrow. Winds will start to pick up. Temperatures fall throughout the day. Dangerous wind chills by tomorrow night. In the mountains in particular, wind chills as low as 20 to 25 below zero. Even around Charlotte, between 5 and 6 above zero at times. And for the Piedmont, this is a problem for your pipes. 40 plus hours straight below 32 degrees. That definitely will cause some freezing issues, and that's why on our impacts graphic, extreme cold is high. That's a high threat. The wind chills, the only threat that's really at the extreme level. That's really what I'm worried about tomorrow. And the pipe busting, I don't think everyone's going to have issue with this, but we'll call it a moderate risk right now because older homes with copper pipes that have exposed uninsulated crawl spaces, that kind of stuff, you may want to go ahead and wrap those pipes tomorrow. Do as much as you can tomorrow to get them warm, and last resort, let them drip a little bit, but try to do everything else before that. You can see the cold front sliding to the south and east. There it is, plowing through, and I tell you what, this is a big Arctic high. For our part of the country, to get an Arctic high with a pressure this high is kind of rare, and if you're susceptible to headaches or sinus pain, this pressure is high enough. The atmospheric pressure is actually going to be pushing down so much on us that if you're sensitive to that, you will feel it. You feel joint pain when there's low pressure. If you have an injury or hip or knee pain or even arthritis, you feel that when we get a big storm. This is the reverse. This is actually high pressure, so this pushes down on us, so it's really more sensitive to capillaries and headaches and sinuses more so than joints. Here comes the Arctic air, and just give you a quick example of how cold it's going to be. Mid-30s by 3 o'clock, but look how quickly we fall back into the single digits and teens. Overnight, it's going to be brutal. Thursday morning's the rough morning. I actually think 16 is a little too high. I think we'll be closer to about 10 or 11. And then during the day Thursday, we're never going to get out of the 20s. We may be stuck in the mid-20s, and it's equally as cold Thursday night. Now, this is the wind chills. To me, this is probably the biggest shocker. This is 7 a.m. tomorrow, so it's already pretty cold. 3 below in Boone. And as we go into the afternoon, it doesn't get a whole lot better in the mountains, folks. Those wind chills are well below zero. So by 8 p.m., look at this. This is 8 p.m. tomorrow night. Even in Charlotte, we've got a 5-degree wind chill. And then we go into Thursday morning. 25 below, 5 in Charlotte. Thursday during the day doesn't really warm up, as I said. That tonight or tomorrow night through Thursday is going to be a cold 24-hour period. So your 7-day forecast, it's all about the cold, really, to be honest with you, especially here the first 3 days. This weekend system's actually looking a little weaker now. I still think there's a possibility of a wintry mix, but the amount of precipitation is pretty light right now with that system, and I'm not overly worried. So please take full precautions during the day tomorrow before the sun goes down. Try to wrap your pipes. If you have a heat pump, don't crank it when it's really cold tomorrow night. Kind of crank it up during the day. Get it nice and warm in the house during the afternoon, and then turn it down tomorrow night, and just throw an extra blanket on. Close the blinds, close the drapes at night, lock all your doors and windows. That makes sure they're sealed completely. Mine, when you lock them, it actually pushes them closed all the way. That'll keep out the drafts, and do the best you can to keep warm. It's all about dressing and being prepared for this and kind of getting through it. We're all in it together. I hope you have a great Wednesday, and I'll see you today starting at 4, 5, and 6 right here on NBC Charlotte.